By simply adding 5 common vegetables to your daily meals, you can help cleanse your blood vessels and significantly lower your risk of a heart attack. I've seen many older adults improve their heart health just by making this one simple change, learning how to eat the right vegetables the right way. It gave them a noticeable sense of ease, comfort, and a clear reduction in daily chest discomfort. The unfortunate reality is that many people still believe eating a lot of vegetables is enough to support heart health, without realizing that choosing the wrong types or cooking them improperly can quietly damage their arteries without showing any obvious symptoms. In this video, I'll introduce 5 everyday vegetables that have been scientifically proven to help clean arterial walls, reduce inflammation, and protect the heart, naturally, sustainably, and without relying on medication. These are practical insights you can start using today to take control of your health and support the well-being of your loved ones. And vegetable number 1 might just surprise you.
Number 5. Leafy greens. If you're a senior and looking for a simple, natural way to keep your arteries clear, your blood pressure steady, and your risk of heart attack lower, leafy greens are one of the best places to start. Spinach, kale, collard greens, and arugula all contain something incredibly important: natural nitrates. When you eat them, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide, a compound that helps relax blood vessels, improve circulation, and, most importantly, lower blood pressure naturally. And for older adults, high blood pressure is the #1 risk factor for both stroke and heart attack. Over time, that pressure damages the lining of your arteries, making them stiff and more likely to collect cholesterol and plaque. But leafy greens don't just help with blood pressure. They're also rich in vitamin C and E, powerful antioxidants that protect your arteries and slow down inflammation. Plus, they're packed with soluble fiber, which helps flush out LDL cholesterol, the bad kind that clogs your arteries. In fact, a study from the British Journal of Nutrition found that people who ate just 1 to 2 servings of leafy greens a day had nearly a 20% lower risk of heart disease compared to those who ate very little. That's a big deal, especially if you're over 60. I once worked with a patient named Helen, 68, from Texas. Her blood pressure often hovered around 145/90. She was worried about having to increase her medication, so she decided to make a few changes to her meals. She started adding lightly steamed spinach to dinner, cut back on salt, and made sure to stay hydrated. After 6 weeks, her blood pressure came down to around 125/80. Nothing drastic, just eating the right way. Still, I know many older folks avoid leafy greens. Some say they're bland, hard to digest, or cause bloating. But if you skip leafy greens, you're missing out on one of the simplest, most effective ways to protect yourself from heart attack and stroke. And no, you don't need to eat a giant plate of salad every day. Just 1 cup of steamed greens, a quick sauté, or a light salad at lunch or dinner is enough to support healthy arteries, lower inflammation, and improve heart health over time. Leafy greens aren't just food, they're part of a daily strategy to protect your heart. Do you already include leafy greens in your meals? And if so, have you noticed a difference in feeling lighter, better digestion, or more stable blood pressure? If you have a story to share, drop it in the comments below. You never know, your experience might just help someone else who's struggling with their heart health. And don't go just yet, because the next vegetable I'm about to share has powerful anti-inflammatory effects. It's often called a natural shield for your arteries, especially if you're dealing with high cholesterol or unstable blood pressure.
Number 4. Broccoli. If you're looking for a natural way to calm inflammation inside your blood vessels, the kind that silently leads to atherosclerosis, then broccoli is a vegetable you'll want to pay attention to. Broccoli isn't just a common side dish, it's one of the most powerful protectors of your heart and arteries thanks to a plant compound called sulforaphane. This antioxidant has been shown to neutralize harmful free radicals, reduce oxidative stress, and slow down damage to the blood vessel walls. Now, here's what most people don't realize. When your arteries are damaged, even on a microscopic level, your body responds with inflammation. And if that inflammation happens day after day, from things like a greasy diet, chronic stress, or lack of movement, the lining of your arteries can start to weaken. That's when plaque begins to build up, leading to narrowed arteries, high blood pressure, and a higher risk of heart attack and stroke. Sulforaphane acts like a natural cleaning crew in your body. It helps prevent plaque buildup, reduces inflammation, and even supports your arteries' ability to repair themselves. On top of that, broccoli is rich in vitamin C, vitamin K, and potassium, all nutrients that help regulate blood pressure, improve circulation, and lower the risk of abnormal blood clots, which can trigger a stroke. One study from Harvard University found that people who ate broccoli at least 3 to 4 times a week had a significantly lower risk of heart disease, especially those over 60. I remember one of my patients, Mr. Richard, age 70 from Florida, who had a history of high cholesterol and a minor stroke. After changing his diet, mainly by adding lightly steamed broccoli to his lunch every day, his inflammation markers dropped, his blood pressure became more stable, and he said he felt more energetic after just 8 weeks. Still, many people think of broccoli as just a boring side dish, or eat it only because they feel like they have to. What they don't realize is that even a single serving of broccoli can make a real difference for your blood pressure, your arteries, and your overall heart health. And no, you don't need to overthink it. A quick steam, a light stir-fry, or tossing it into a salad is all it takes to keep the good stuff intact. Have you tried eating broccoli regularly for a few days? Did you notice your blood pressure getting more stable, or just feeling a bit lighter? If so, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Your story might be just what someone else needs to feel hopeful and take that first step toward better heart health. And don't go just yet, because the next vegetable is a quiet hero when it comes to lowering cholesterol and blood fats. It's especially important once you're over 60. Number 3. Avocado. If you're trying to lower cholesterol, reduce blood fats, and protect your heart without relying entirely on medication, avocado is something you might want to start including in your daily routine. Unlike many other high-fat foods, avocado is rich in monounsaturated fats, the kind heart doctors often call artery-friendly fats. These healthy fats can help lower LDL, or bad cholesterol, which is what builds up plaque in your arteries. At the same time, they help raise HDL, the good cholesterol that helps remove LDL from your arteries and flush it out of your system. When there's less bad cholesterol clogging up your blood vessels, your arteries stay clearer, and your risk of heart attack and stroke goes down. But here's what's even more interesting. Avocados don't just change the numbers, they improve the quality of your cholesterol too, making it less likely to oxidize, which helps slow down artery hardening. Avocados are also packed with potassium, a mineral that helps keep your blood pressure in check by relaxing blood vessels and supporting better circulation. Many older adults don't get enough potassium in their diets, which is one reason why their blood pressure can stay high, a major risk factor for both ischemic stroke and heart attack. I worked with a patient, a 68-year-old man, who had LDL levels over 160 milligrams per deciliter, even while taking a low dose of statins. After switching to a breakfast that included a daily smoothie with avocado and leafy greens, plus cutting back on refined carbs, his LDL dropped by more than 20 points in just 6 weeks. His HDL ticked up a bit too, and his blood pressure became more stable. Now, I get it. A lot of people worry that avocados are too fatty and might cause weight gain. That's only a concern if you overdo it. But just half an avocado a day, added to a salad or spread on whole grain toast, can be a powerful, heart-smart choice. So, how do you like to eat your avocado? Do you blend it into smoothies, spread it on toast, or just enjoy it by the spoonful? If you found a way that works for you, feel free to share it in the comments. Your tip might help someone else who's trying to eat healthier. And stay with me, because up next is a vegetable that's incredibly powerful when it comes to strengthening your arteries, and you'll definitely want to know what it is. Number 2. Tomato. If you're trying to clear your arteries, lower bad cholesterol, and reduce your risk of heart attack or stroke, tomatoes should be a regular part of your diet, especially cooked tomatoes.
Tomatoes are rich in a powerful antioxidant called lycopene, which plays a key role in protecting your arteries. Lycopene helps prevent LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, from being oxidized. And that's important because once LDL gets oxidized, it becomes sticky. It starts clinging to the artery walls and triggers inflammation, setting off a chain reaction that leads to plaque buildup, artery narrowing, and a higher risk of heart attack and stroke. Lycopene acts like a shield. It keeps LDL from breaking down under the attack of free radicals. What's really interesting is that your body actually absorbs lycopene better when tomatoes are cooked. So dishes like tomato sauce, tomato soup, or even lightly heated tomato juice can do wonders for your arteries, especially if you're over 60. On top of that, tomatoes are also a good source of potassium, which helps control blood pressure, soluble fiber to sweep out excess cholesterol, and polyphenols that help reduce inflammation in the body. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people with higher levels of lycopene in their blood had a 17% lower risk of heart disease, especially older adults with a history of high cholesterol. I remember one of my patients, a 64-year-old woman who didn't want to take statins because of the side effects. So we suggested she start adding cooked tomatoes to her daily meals, along with leafy greens and avocado. After nearly 2 months, her LDL dropped slightly, but more importantly, her oxidized LDL levels dropped significantly, a key sign her arteries were getting stronger and better protected. Tomatoes are affordable, easy to cook with, and something you can enjoy every day. The key is consistency and preparing them in a way that helps your body absorb all those heart-healthy compounds. Do you already use tomatoes in your daily cooking? If you have a favorite tomato recipe that's both simple and tasty, feel free to share it in the comments. It might help someone else keep their heart strong. Now, the next vegetable might look simple, but it has the power to strengthen your arteries and lower stroke risk in a way most people never expect.
Number 1. Bell peppers. If you want to keep your blood vessels healthy and flexible and lower your risk of heart attack and stroke after 60, consider adding bell peppers to your daily meals. It's a simple, delicious way to support healthy blood pressure and protect your circulation. Bell peppers, especially the red and yellow ones, are packed with vitamin C, with levels nearly twice as high as oranges. And while vitamin C is known for boosting your immune system, it also plays a critical role in protecting the inner lining of your arteries, fighting off free radicals and slowing down inflammation. And inflammation is a key contributor to atherosclerosis, high blood pressure, and eventually heart attack and stroke. But that's not all. Bell peppers are also rich in fiber, potassium, and powerful antioxidants like quercetin and beta-carotene. These nutrients help keep your arteries elastic, support steady blood pressure, and reduce damage to your heart and blood vessels, especially important as we get older. I once worked with an older patient who lived alone and had a pretty plain, repetitive diet. I suggested she start adding just a few slices of red bell pepper to her lunch and dinner. After just 2 months, she reported easier digestion, more stable blood pressure, and best of all, she had noticeably more energy in the mornings. Sometimes the biggest changes come from the smallest adjustments. Unfortunately, many people still think of bell peppers as just a garnish. But skipping this colorful vitamin C-rich veggie means you're missing out on one of the easiest ways to strengthen your arteries, especially once you're past 60. Over time, that can lead to higher blood pressure, blocked vessels, or even a mild stroke or heart attack. You don't need a lot. Just half a bell pepper a day, whether red, yellow, or green, is enough to give your body the vitamin C it needs to protect your arteries. Slice it raw into a salad, stir-fry it lightly, or roast it in the oven. Each color offers a unique blend of antioxidants, so switch it up during the week if you can. We've now covered 5 familiar but powerful vegetables that protect heart health by cleaning arteries and lowering the risk of heart attack and stroke. Leafy greens, broccoli, avocado, tomatoes, and bell peppers not only provide essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, but also help reduce inflammation, improve blood pressure, and balance cholesterol naturally. For seniors and anyone concerned about heart health and stroke prevention, adding these vegetables to your diet is an important step to controlling key risk factors like high blood pressure, bad cholesterol, and chronic inflammation, the main causes of heart disease. Heart health can't wait. Keeping a healthy eating habit with these vegetables not only helps prevent heart attacks and strokes, but also boosts your quality of life, helping you live stronger and more energized every day. Remember, prevention is always better than a cure. A healthy heart and clear arteries are the foundation for a long and happy life. And you can start today with these 5 simple but powerful vegetables. If you feel this video has brought value to your health, please give it a like and share it with your family and friends, especially those who are older or concerned about heart health. They may be looking for timely information like this to protect themselves from stroke or other serious heart conditions. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our latest content, carefully curated to provide you and your loved ones with simple, practical, and truly useful knowledge for preventing illness. Thank you for staying with me until the end. I wish you and the people you care about continued strength, peace of mind, and the steady beat of a healthy heart each day.